Hello world, it is Friday, September 4th, and it's a beautiful day in Defiance. Cool night last night, low humidity, felt great. And I'm speaking to you from my church office this morning because I had to stop in to do something really quick, and I had my computer, so I thought I might as well do it while I'm here. The devotion for today is Protecting My Energy, written by Marche Grayer. Marche bases the devotion on Romans 10, verse 16 and 10:21, New International Version. But not all the Israelites accepted the good news, for Isaiah says, Lord, who has believed our message? But concerning Israel, he says, all day long I have held up my hands to a disobedient and obstinate people. And Marche writes, I'm so glad that wise black women in my life taught me how to protect my energy, because recently I've needed that skill more than ever. The combination of black people being killed by police and the disproportionate impact of COVID on black people has made the collective grief for us nearly unbearable. When I see people being anti-black on social media, it can be tempting to jump into their feeds and correct them. There was a time when I spent a lot of time online trying to fight every racist I encountered. I used to put pressure on myself to explain basic concepts about racism over and over again. Lately, I've started to accept that a lot of people already know they are being racist. They just choose not to correct it. Combating racism is already draining enough. I've learned I don't have to spend what little energy I have left proving that racism actually exists to people trying to gaslight me. It should not be incumbent upon any black person to spend their time proving to obstinate people that racism kills. Black people end up spending so much time arguing about the value of our lives that we don't actually get to live them. I realize it's wasting time, it's wasting energy, to keep explaining my truths to people determined not to believe me. There's so much more joy in focusing on being human instead of debating my humanity. Marche's prayer. Life is full of debates that will harm and deplete me. Lead me not into temptation. Amen. Well, a couple things that come to mind to me in this devotion is that we don't know what we don't know. If we haven't experienced something ourselves, it doesn't negate the experience of other people. And that's a difficult thing for us to understand. The other thing is, sometimes it's beating your head against the wall, trying to convince people, especially on social media, especially in this time of the election, to think differently. It's hard these days to engage in honest conversation, partly because it's so hard to listen to others. When we're hearing someone speak, especially with something that goes against us or feels like is attacking us, we immediately jump to thinking about what we're going to say in response instead of truly listening to the other person. We need to do a whole lot more of that, listening to the other person and accepting that they have their own viewpoints, even if it's not something that we can understand or agree with, or even come close to comprehending, especially in most cases. So pray to God not to lead you into temptation, and pray that you can continue to love people and listen to them. I'll talk to you tomorrow.